Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Wisdom and Truth. So this is gonna be probably the quickest video ever, so to speak. Anyway, so look, I read something earlier, and I had to dig into the book real quick. So this is definitely for my boy Freedom Fighter, because we're going into the Nagamadi text work. I'm not gonna read the whole book. Um, it's just like the father's telling me to read this, so I gotta read. So it's the book called Eugnostos, the Blessed. I might be saying that wrong, but let me put. I wrote it in the title anyway. Eugnostos, the Blessed. Eugnostos, writing to those who are his. Eugnostos, the Blessed, to those who are his. Greetings. I want you to know that all people born from the foundation of the world until now are of dust. They have inquired about God, who he is, and what he is like, but they have not found him. The wisest of people have speculated about truth on the basis of the order of the universe. I'm going to read that again. The wisest of people have speculated about truth on the basis of the order of the universe, but their speculation has missed truth. Philosophers voice three different opinions about the order of the universe, and they disagree with each other. Some of them say that the universe has governed itself. Others say that the divine forethought has governed it, and still others that fate has been in charge. So I'm gonna read those again, because if you really pay attention, you got those ears to hear, those eyes to see. You're gonna see those are main things people say about our world. So the wisest of people have speculated about truth on the basis of the order of the universe, but their speculation has missed truth. Philosophers voice three different opinions about the order of the universe, and they disagree with each other. Some of them say that the universe has governed itself. Others say that divine forethought has governed it, and still others that fate has been in charge. All these opinions are wrong. Of the three opinions I have mentioned, none of them is true. Any life that comes from itself is empty, made by itself. Forethought is foolish. Fate is senseless. Whoever can avoid these three opinions I have mentioned and come within another opinion to confess the God of truth and agree about everything concerning him is immortal while living among mortal people. The one who is ineffable. From the foundation of the world, no power, no authority, no creature, no nature has known the one who is. Only the one who is knows itself. All right, yeah, I got to read that. The one who is immortal, eternal, without birth, for whoever is born will die, unconceived, without a beginning. For whoever has a beginning has an end. Undominated, without a name. For whoever has a name has been fashioned by another. Unnameable, with no human form. For whoever has a human form has been fashioned by another. The one who is has its own appearance, not like what we have received and seen, but an alien appearance that surpasses everything and is superior to everything in the universe. It looks everywhere and beholds itself in itself. Two paragraphs, the beginning of the manifestation of the one who is. Before anything becomes visible among visible things, the majesty and the authorities that are in him. He grasped everything and nothing grasped him. He is all mind, thought, reflection, consideration, reason, and power, and all are equally powerful. These are the sources of all that is, and the entire generation, from first to last, was in the foreknowledge of the unconceived, for nothing had yet become visible. There are differences among the imperishable realms. Let us consider it like this: everything from the perishable will perish, since it is from the perishable. Everything from the imperishable will not perish, but will become imperishable, since it is from the imperishable. Many people have gone astray because they did not know about this distinction. They have died. Next paragraph. The father, the forefather, and the kingless generation. There is enough. No one can argue with what I have said about the blessed, imperishable, true God. If anyone wishes to believe the words written here, that person will move from what is invisible to the end of what is visible, and this thought will teach how faith in what is invisible can be found in what is visible. This is a principle of knowledge. That's like I always say too. God is only invisible to those who don't seek him. The Lord of all is properly addressed not as Father, but as Forefather. The Father is the beginning of what is visible, and the Lord is the Forefather without a beginning. The Forefather sees himself within himself as in a mirror, and his image appears as Father by himself, parent by himself, and reflection because he reflects unconceived first existence. He is as old as the one before him, but not as powerful. Afterward, he revealed many other beings just as old and powerful as he, who are self-conceived and reflective, glorious and without number. They are designated the generation over whom there is no kingdom among the kingdom that exists, and all the beings of the realm with no kingdom over it, a multitude in number, are designated the children of the unconceived Father. The unknowable one is full of every imperishable glory and ineffable joy, and all these beings are at rest in him, constantly rejoicing in ineffable joy over the unfading glory and unending praise never heard or known among the ions and their worlds. Enough of this, and we may go on endlessly. So there, if you're confused on who he was talking about, he is as old as the one before him, but not as powerful. In the Nag Hammadi text, it talks about Yalabroth, the first, I guess, physical in our world, so to speak, like Genesis in the beginning. Yalabroth in the Nag Hammadi text is the one that brought the beginning, so to speak. Not really, but he was the one, and he created things for himself within that. All right, so check this out. Now I'm skipping through. Through the immortal human, there first appeared a set of expressions, divinity and kingdom. The Father called the human Father by himself, revealed this. He created an exalted ion for his own majesty, and he gave him great authority. He ruled over all the created realms, and he created gods and archangels and angels, myriads without number to serve him. Through this human, there came divinity and kingdom. For that reason, the human being was called God of gods and King of kings. Did you hear that? The human being was called God of God and Kings of Kings. The first human is faith, pistis, for those who will come later. He has within himself a mind of his own and thought appropriate to him, and reflection, consideration, reason, and power. Understand how powerful you truly are. That wasn't in the book. I'm adding understand how powerful. All these attributes are perfect and immortal. They are equally imperishable, but not equally powerful. There is a difference among them, like the difference between father and son in thought, and thought in what remains. All right, here I'm going through. The first eternal realm is that of immortal humanity. The second eternal realm is that of the child of humanity, called the first one to conceive. The third is that of the offspring of the child of humanity, called the Savior. What holds these is the realm over which there is no kingdom, the realm of the eternal, infinite God, the ion of ions of the immortals in it, the ion above the eighth realm that appeared in chaos. The immortal human revealed realms, powers, and kingdoms, and gave authority to everyone who came from him to make whatever they wanted until the days above chaos. They came together with each other and disclosed every majesty, even from spirit, and a multitude of lights, glorious and without number. The first, second, and third eternal realms were given names in the beginning. The first, the middle, and the perfect names. The first was called unity and rest. Each has its own name. The third realm was called assembly, after the great multitude that appeared in the one who is many. So when the many gather and experience unity, they are called the assembly. From the assembly that surpasses heaven. The assembly of the eighth realm was shown to be androgynous and was given male and female names. The male part was called the assembly, and the female life, to indicate that from a female came life in all the realms. So I'm gonna end it on this. I told you this was gonna be the shortest video. Hold on, maybe I got something. Oh no, I do got one more thing to highlight it. Just with that, what I just read, right? Look at everything in the world is more masculine, so to speak, right? Where, you know, all religions had a point where they didn't want females representing the religion, so to speak, right? Not until Jesus, because Peter had a problem with Mary Magdalene or any female. Anybody had a problem with a female back then. That's why in the scripture, in the Gospels, Matthew, Luke, Mark, and John, some of the evidence that people try to say that is evidence is that why would they lie about women saying this? Because women had no value, so to speak, right? And that's in our whole world. Women are still fighting for their rights now. But see, the true Jesus, the Jesus that you're supposed to be following, the Jesus that is not in the world because he said it, I'm not there. If they say they're going to say I'm over here, they're going to say I'm over there. I'm not there because I'm only within you. The kingdom's within you. Everything you need is within you. But the woman started it all. It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? A chicken is a female, right? So females all have eggs. All right. The eternal realms are completed. Some of these indwellings and chariots were ineffable, glory, and could not be sent into any creature, and they produced for themselves hosts of angels, myriads without number, to serve and glorify them, as well as virgin spirits and ineffable lights. They are free of sickness and weakness. There is only will, and it comes to expression at once. Thus the eternal realms were completed, with their heavens and firmaments, for the glory of the immortal human and his companion Sophia. This is where the ideas were for all the realms and their worlds and those that were to follow, to provide patterns for those who would resemble them in the heavens and worlds of chaos. All natures, from the immortal one, from the unconceived one, to the revelation in chaos, are in the light that shines with no shadow. But with ineffable joy and unspeakable praise, they continue to rejoice over their glory that never fades, and the state of rest that cannot be measured, which can neither be described nor conceived among all the realms that have come to be, and their powers. This is enough. I have told you all this so that you might accept it, until one who does not need to be taught appears among you, that one will tell you all these things in joy and pure knowledge. Right? And that one he's talking about, this is enough. I have told you all this so that you might accept it, until one who does not need to be taught appears among you. That one he's saying that doesn't need to be taught is you, within you. Right? Even Jesus said it. I'm telling, listen, people aren't like, you can't get caught up in Christianity and stuff like that, or any religion for that matter. Why? Because the Father is calling you. He, you know, if you want, like, in almost every religion it says that the especially when it comes to Islam, Christianity, Judaism, everyone that believes in the God, everyone that has some reference to Jesus, it says in all of your scriptures how God, Allah, the Father, Jesus, wants a personal relationship with each and every individual person. Period. It's as simple as that. So that means no one can bring you the truth. Just like Jesus said, I don't bring anyone to me. The Father brings them to me. So when something pops up and this person needs healing because they're blind, I'm here ready and available to do such a thing. Channel through me, Father, so I can heal this person. Jesus wasn't the only one that healed. He taught his closest disciples to do the same. He sent out 72. He sent out 70. You got to dig deeper into the books, right? Especially if it's mentioning Jesus. You want to listen, you definitely don't want to be misled. And Jesus said, even the elect will be deceived. How would the elect be deceived? Because they're sitting there putting all their faith in a book. Any book, the Bible, the Quran, whatever book it is, man wrote these damn books for control, to give you their perspective. And listen, I'm not saying the original authors probably was inspired by something that touched their life that they wanted to bring to the world. Absolutely. But we have to look at all these books as that, right? You got to understand there were so many books at the time before any of these books was even constructed to be one book. Right? People forget that the Bible is 66 individual books. Even the Torah, they're individual books. 5 books. Claimed to be written by Moses, proven now that it was never written by Moses. So you got to listen. You got to focus on what you're focusing on, because if you stayed focused on what you're focusing on for too much, that's the only thing you know. You are now a old wineskin that cannot accept new wine because you're not willing to let go and let the Father, let go and let Jesus, right? Jesus, get behind the wheel. Let go of the world, because the world has nothing to do with the Father besides us. We are supposed to bring this light into the world. Unconditional love. Peace, love, and freedom. I love everyone that watches this video. Like, subscribe if you're interested. We go through a lot of things. There's already videos up explaining certain things. So thanks for watching.